Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another talk through tutorial, and I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing and how I'm putting it on and why I'm putting it in the places I'm putting it. I did one other one on my channel like this, like last week or the week before, and surprisingly enough, you guys really liked it. I wasn't expecting that. So I am going to show you again how I apply my makeup, and it's kind of quiet here today, so I'm able to do a quick talk through. So let's get started. So first I am using the makeup primer spray from Skindanavia, and I am going to shake it up and spray it directly to my face in an X cross-like motion. I put this on before I put on my actual primers also. I just kind of double up on the primers. I also feel like if you start off with a kind of like damp face, everything just sort of attaches itself a lot easier, and it makes your application just a lot more flawless. The next thing I'm using is the toner, serum, moisturizer in one, and it's just a little bit of skincare from the brand Leeann Eco. I don't remember where I got this. I think I got it in like a Birchbox or one of the Ipsy bags. This is a deluxe size sample, so it's bigger than just a regular sample, but it's not the full size product. The next thing I'm doing is using the Spackle Tinted Under Eye Primer in Champagne. I wanted a more luminous glow. I also got this from a Laura Geller set. I think it was around the holidays. So I just wanted something that was going to give me a little bit of luminosity, because the foundation that I'm using today is more of a full coverage and it is not luminous at all. And I don't like that. I'm going to use a Eddie Funkhauser Duo Fiber Stippling Brush to put this on my face, because I just kind of want a lighter application. I hate to say this because I love the Eddie Funkhauser brand, but I do not like this brush. I like the technique of the brush and I like the way that it's shaped, but this particular brush, like the bristles are coming off all over the place. It sheds like crazy, and obviously when you're using cream products, that is not ideal. So I keep using it though because I do like the actual, like the size of the head and the bristles and everything. It's just, it sheds like nuts. They did send me another one to test out, so I'm going to do that. I'll probably throw this one out. I just didn't want to part with it. So now your face is prepped and primed and ready for your makeup. I'm going to be using this. This is the 24-hour Flawless Finish Perfectly Satin Foundation. So this is more of a like medium to full coverage, and it's very buildable, but it does kind of have a nice like satin finish, so it's not super dewy. I just am using it right now because I have a really bad breakout going on, and I kind of need the coverage at the moment, and I like the Elizabeth Arden foundations. So they're really one of the only ones that I can use that isn't in full coverage, that won't break me out like crazy. So I'm going to just dot this all over my face, but I'm going to heavily concentrate it more towards the middle, because you're going to blend it out towards the outsides anyways. And so I don't want to stick a bunch of product in the outside of my face, because that's where I'm going to want to start blending the coverage down. So you're going to want to start in the middle of the face and work your way out. So you're going to heavily concentrate more of your product in the middle. I'm also using the Artis Brush. This is the Mirror collection, and this is the Oval 10, I believe. Yes, it's the Oval 10. This brush is phenomenal. It's huge, so it cuts your time down in half when it comes to application. The bristles are Cosma fiber, so it's not even a bristle, it's a Cosma fiber. And that's a patent technology. They don't test on animals. It's amazing. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's definitely an investment brush, but it is well worth the investment. Especially if you're like me and you have a large face and a wide range to cover. It just blends it flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. We're all blended, done, ready to go. Okay, next I'm going to highlight under my eyes with concealer. I'm not doing a crazy highlight today. I want to do more of that like just nice all over halo type effect on my face. So I'm using the Clinique Line Smoothing Correcting Concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers at the moment. It is so easy to use. It blends out perfectly and it covers all of my dark circles. So essentially, you can't go wrong there. And I'm going to use my finger to blend this out because I feel like the skin on skin contact just makes it a lot easier and more blendable. The warmth between the skin and the finger just kind of makes it melt into the skin better. So you're going to go in dabbing motions and push it into your skin. You're not going to swipe because if you do, you're going to be swiping away the product and you want the product to sink into your skin. So you're going to use fast and gentle pushing motions. The only time I swipe is like on my nose where the product kind of pushed up that way because I don't want a lot on my nose, and then over on the top of my eyelid only because I don't really want anything up there either, but I do kind of do like a little wash of color there just to even myself out a bit. I actually don't recommend putting concealer on your eyelids. A lot of people can be irritated by that. Concealer is not a use of a primer. I don't use primer, like my concealer as my primer either. Some people do, but it's not. I use a primer for my eyelids, not concealer. Okay, so my highlighting is done. I think I'm actually gonna put a lip mask on first. I usually do this before I do everything else because I don't like getting anything in this lip paint thing. And that was the Best Damn Beauty lip mask. I gotta be honest, it's not my favorite, but I use it because I bought it and it was like $20-some, but it's not my favorite. For my contour color, I'm going to use this stick by Tyra Banks. It is the In a Stick Face Contour in Light. They have light, medium, dark in all three, contour shades. So I'm using the one in the color Light, and I'm just going to chisel out my contour. You're going to contour right in the depth in between where the highest point of your the cheekbone is, and your jaw. There's going to be an indentation and a sink in your skin. You're going to put the dark color in there. And since my face is so round, I'm going to do it on the top of my head, around the side of my nose, and on the bottom of my face. Those are the main places where you're going to put a contour. And this, because it is a cream color, is easy to blend in. So you're just going to blend it with tapping motions into your skin. You're going to do fast taps and spread it by pushing. You're not going to do any swiping. I might do a little bit of swiping if I notice that there's too much product on my face. With the side contour on your cheekbones, I go up the face. You don't want to go down because it's going to actually drag your face down. So you're going to want to go up and just left and right. And then for here, you're going to want to pat it into the skin and bring it down onto the neck. So this side of my face looks much more like it has much more depth. It looks a lot thinner. I put a little more contour on the side there. See how this side of my face looks like it has basically a thinner frame, and then there's this side. There's a big difference there. Okay. I think I'm going to do an entire video on contouring to show you how you can find your cheekbones and how you can do this a little bit more simply, because this is a little bit difficult the first couple times that you do it. It really just takes a little bit of practice. If you just have the basic step downs, and then you just kind of figure out how you want to do your technique, it actually gets a lot easier. You want to make sure you match on both sides also, because that would be embarrassing if you had a lopsided contour. Okay, next step. I am going to set my under eyes. I don't do it right after I do my concealer. Most people do that way, and you are suggested to do that way. I don't do it right away because I want to see if it is going to crease, and then I just kind of blot it out a little bit more and give it a little bit more of a talking to, essentially. But I'm going to set my highlight and part of my face with this MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Jolly Good. And I just use a big fluffy brush for this. My concealer has increased, so I'm just going to look up. I'm going to set under here. I have another one from It Cosmetics. That's actually where I got this brush. But it's really illuminating. And I was doing a halo effect on the face today, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that in a moment. So I don't want like too much illuminator directly under my eyes. But that is a nice look, just not for today. I'm also going to set my contour by contouring just a tad more. And I'm just going to use a dome brush like this. It kind of is domed out at the sides and tapers into a triangle at the top. And I'm going to use my Faced Chocolate Soliel bronzer. And I'm just going to set it down here and then buff it up a little bit. I don't want to do too much because essentially we already got a good color going on. I just want to set it so that it doesn't move around and just make it a little bit more intense. I love this Faced Chocolate Soliel bronzer. It's amazing. It smells like Hershey's chocolate powder cocoa, and it is a really nice color for my fair skin tone. They also have these in deeper tones if you are a deeper tone gal. They have a dark chocolate. They have the milk chocolate for even lighter gals, and then this is the chocolate Soliel. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I have been loving this Laura Mercier brow definer in the color Soft. I just put this on with a angled brush by Sienna. This is a brow brush, so on one side it has the angled flat top and then the other side is the spoolie. And I just follow the natural curve of my brow, filling in short strokes. One brow always looks amazing and the other brow always looks like I escaped from Alcatraz or something. It's ridiculous. The other good thing about putting the concealer on my eyelid is that it helps a lot with cleanup. I actually just kind of, after I brush through this, because this is a waxy substance and powdery at the same time, so after I brush through it, I'm able to kind of take my finger and push up, and then it just kind of helps that line of your brow look a lot cleaner. I also draw a line under my brow, under the front, just to kind of give it like a line of starting, because my hair is a little uneven and I don't want it to look Eddie Munster-ish, like just like a bunch of brow everywhere. So I put a line underneath going this way to carve out the bottom of the brow, as well as going up in short strokes. Your spoolie is your friend. The more you use it, it just kind of spreads the product out and combs it out a lot nicer. So it'll actually help you while you're sculpting. And this kind of blending a little bit. Okay, next up we have blush, and I am just doing a light, I wanted to do a really nice, light, bright, shimmery, beautiful look today. So I'm actually going to use the Becca highlight in Blushed Copper, and it just says it's a shimmering skin perfector. I would seriously doubt that anyone would use this as a highlight because it's pretty dark. Even on deeper skin tones, I would assume that this is probably not a great highlight. So I'm going to use this as my blush, and I'm just going to kind of put this all over my cheeks. I'm going to stay away from anything, so you're going to like put 2 fingers down next to your nose, and on the area that's over here is kind of where you're going to want to blush. You don't want to bring the blush too close down to the actual apples of your cheeks right here, because then when you stop smiling and you droop your face back down to where it is, it brings everything down and it makes your face droop. So you're going to stay back away from the center of the face. So I kind of start like at the healthiest part of my apple right here, and I just kind of start there and I go back and then I blush it around. So this particular product comes off pretty heavy, so then I take another clean brush and just kind of like buff it all out. It actually gives, when you're done, a really nice glow. See? Not too bad. See, I didn't even like reapply and it's still like ba-bam. Some people, like I know Nicole Guerrero does it. She uses a stippling brush to kind of blend everything in after she's done with her whole face. I don't really do that often. I just kind of blend as I go. But with this one, I do have to kind of blend a bit. I suppose you could just try to use it with a lighter hand, but I'm not that good at that. Okay, so next up, the whole highlighting effect that I'm going to use. I'm not doing like a dark contour and then a bright stark white highlight on the top of my cheekbones. I'm actually just kind of going to give it a nice glow. So I'm going to use the Anastasia highlight in So Hollywood, and I'm going to put it on a bigger, fluffier brush. And I'm going to apply it to a large portion of my face that way. I'm actually going to use this blush brush from Bella Terra Cosmetics, which is falling apart. These are not that great of brushes, so I wouldn't waste the money on them. But I'm going to swirl it in the product, and I'm just going to go in big circular motions close to the eyebrow, or close to your cheekbone. A lot of people, like Wayne Goss did this in his tutorial, and he used not a pressed pigment, he used a loose pigment. You could do that also. I just didn't have one that I wanted to use per se. I am going to highlight down my nose though, and I might keep it going on my chin. So it has a nice, more healthy all-over glow than it does have that sculpted cheekbone. This is the new Benefit Air Patrol Eye Primer, and you're supposed to be able to apply it right from the applicator. They say that it's nice and cooling, and it is super soft, so you can apply it right from the applicator, and it is nice and soft and gentle on your eyes. I do like to kind of blend it out with my fingers though. I have used this already, and it is very good at keeping your makeup on your eyes in place. So I'm starting at the lash line and I'm putting it up into the crease, and I am using this color right here. On a bigger and fluffier crease brush, blending brush, I am going to go in a little bit with my Faced Chocolate Soliel bronzer. And I'm going to put this in the crease. Now with another bigger fluffy blending brush, I'm going to put my color in this one here. Put my brush in this color here. And I am going to stay towards the outside of the eye, blending and bringing it into the inner part of the eye. I'm also going to concentrate this in the crease a little bit because I want to give the eye a little bit of depth. Okay, so I also put a little bit of eyeliner on my eye, and I made a little wing with the Bare Minerals Smoke and Define liner. I didn't show you guys how to do this because A, you can't get the eyeliner anymore, and B, I was going to do an entire video on how to do wings. I'm going to apply the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Mascara. This mascara is the bomb. So I'm going to do a hefty coat of this. And then after this is done, I'm going to do another coat of a different kind of mascara. That is also another trick of mine. I often use multiple mascaras sometimes to achieve the perfect lashes. Okay, mascara number 2 is going to be the Diorshow Iconic Lash Mascara. This mascara is known for its curling abilities, and so I'm going to use this after to have a nice curl to my lashes. That's the finished eye. Ta-da! And I don't do anything on my bottom. I just do mascara on my bottom lashes. I don't line the bottom of my lash line. Sometimes I do, but if I'm trying to go for like a soft and gentle type of look, I don't always line my bottom lashes. That is the finished look, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this talk through tutorial video. If you recreate this look, please let me know and tag me in your photos. I would die to see them. And if you need any help achieving this look and any advice, you can always message me on YouTube, or you can follow me on all my social media channels. I'm at Michelle Swoons everywhere, and you can always ask me any questions if you need any help with anything. If you're in the Chicagoland area, I do teach makeup, and I have makeup classes that are available. So if you're interested in getting more information on that, then comment down below and I will send you the link to all the information. Thanks for watching and have a good week, guys.